Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. Well, the authorities are after those who voted twice, and they're looking for suspects in every single corner. Or are they? They're certainly going after the people who proudly broadcast that they'd been able to vote twice or more in the elections on social media. And I will attach a part of a clip, and I'll put the full clip down below, that I ran a couple of days ago with exactly that happening. And apparently the two people in this video clip have now been arrested. Let me just tell you what Kuz sent me. Shout out to Kuz. Two people, a journalist and a woman, have been arrested after a video was posted claiming that they had cast votes more than once. On the day of the elections, 8th of May 2019, Etienne Murray, 52, posted a video claiming that he was on his way to vote for a second time after hearing from Melinda Holloway, 57, that she had been able to do so herself. The Joint Operational and Intelligence Structure, JOINTS, in a statement yesterday promised that all the social media postings in which people claim to have voted more than once will be investigated and culprits brought to book. Today, members for the South African Police Service in Mpumalanga were able to track down the suspects and arrested them. Both Murray and Holloway appeared in the Barberton Magistrates Court today on charges of contravening Section 88D, voting more than once. And I don't know why they were charged under these other two, because they don't really make sense, but maybe they're just trying to throw the book at them. Section 89IA, intentional making a false statement, alt fraud, and Section 92A, infringement of secrecy. Now, I don't know what that secret was. Maybe it's the fact that you could just rub off the ink off your left thumbnail. I mean, I'm totally lost by that one. The arrest of these two suspects brings the total to 24, the number of suspects arrested for the alleged contravention of Electorate Act pertaining to attempted double votes and double votes. These 24 included 17 from Danhauser, 2 from Shishlui, 1 from Isilongweni, 1 from Sewoti, and 1 from Douglasdale, another 2 from Barberton. On the question of the alleged double votes, that is a matter under investigation by the Independent Electoral Commission. Now, the only thing I would add here is that what about talking to the chairperson of the EFF and getting the names of all those people who he admitted voted 2 or 3 times in the interview that I published earlier on this channel? You know, this is the double standards that's going on. I think the whole system in South Africa is so cactus that they'll try and make an example of these people, which is very sad. It was a stuff-up by the IEC, absolutely. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell so you got a little line on each side so you get the updates, and have a great evening.
We've just heard from a lady in Barberton that she was able to vote 3 times today, going to different voting stations. And yeah, we're going to see if this is true, number 1, and number 2, even try it ourselves. Hopefully that won't get us into trouble, but I think in the interest of all South Africans, this is something that cannot be allowed ever, and that's what we're trying to find out. So the lady told me, when asking her the question, what about your thumb? She said, no, you can just rub it off.
I went in, they scanned my ID, and they gave me a little paper, and they say, you're not registered here, you're registered at the town hall, but you may vote here. And when I asked them why they don't take off my name, they said, no, my name is not on there, that will be at the municipality in Barberton. That's where I registered. So I didn't vote there, and I went out to the municipality, and when I got there, I went inside, and I said to the lady at the door with the scanner for the IDs, I said to her, there's my little paper, they just scanned me in, can I go in and vote? And she looked at me and she took the paper and she threw it one side and she scanned my ID again, and there's another paper. And I said to her, it can't work like this. Supposed to be, if you scan my ID once, it should have told you now that I already scanned and I'm ready for voting. How can I be scanned in twice and the scanner doesn't pick up that I already scanned my ID? And she said to me, no, it's because I wasn't at the voting station where I was registered, but now it won't pick it up again. And I said to her, okay, and I went back to the lady at the door and I said to her, please scan my ID. So she scanned my ID again, and there the little paper was, and I took the paper and I went back to her and I said to her, okay, there, now I've been scanned in 3 times. And she said to me, yeah, but I mustn't worry because they're going to mark my thumb and then everything will be okay. And I said, okay. I went back and I said to them, okay, I want to vote, and I gave them my ID and the little paper, and they sent me to the next one, and that was the person who marked my thumb. And
What did they use to mark your thumb?
that was a coca pen, and it was like in purple. So I went to the next table and they gave me my ballot papers, and from there I went to the station and I marked what I want to mark, and I fold it up and I put it into the box. As soon as I went out, I put my thumb in my mouth, lick it with my tongue, and I wipe it against my denim, and there the mark was off. So I thought, okay, I can go vote again. So I went back to the missionary where I was before, because I know my name is not there. So I went in there and I said to them, they were laughing at me because I came back, and I said to them, I visit a friend, and I decided I'm going to vote there. So I went in and I vote, and they were scanning at the door again. It doesn't do anything, it just gives you the little paper. So I went in and I gave it to the lady, and she verified my ID, and she said, okay, you can start voting. So I went to the next table and they make a mark on my thumb, and I look at the thumb and I lick it and I clean it against my denim, and I took my ballot papers, marked my stuff, put it into the box. So I went to Barberton High School and I walked in there, scanned my ID, go to the lady, she said to me, yeah, but you are registered at the municipality. I said, yes, I know that, but I want to vote here. And she said, no problem, take my little paper, verify my ID, went to the second table, they put the mark on my thumb, I lick it. The third one was